Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 8 of Playthrough. Now, by looking behind me, some stuff is slightly different. For example, those palm trees. I wasn't exactly sure what to do with this area initially, but I was just doing some grinding off camera, got some more mud, got some more resources, and was trying to figure out what to do with this. So, I was like, you could put some palm trees there. Kind of just popped in my head. So, I'm not good at palm trees. This is my first time ever making palm trees, so hopefully they turned out pretty good. I think they turned out pretty good. I really like the full wood blocks, not just the logs, because you can have these, which was always a problem. But one thing I also did was deal with some more enchanting, so we now have sharpness 5 on that, and the pickaxe is now silk touch, efficiency 5, and breaking 3. As well as the helmet, if I come in here, look down, if I open it, it has protection 4, respiration 3, aqua infinity, and protection 4. I did some fishing, I did some enchanting, excuse me. Yeah, relatively good stuff, but this episode, I want to get done this building here, the sugarcane farm. Now, reason why I want to get this done is I'm not really sure what else I'm going to be putting all around. I know that we need to have a kelp farm, and a melon and pumpkin farm probably would be another good idea. But I'm not completely sure on what all are the different farms we should be doing. I need to think about that a bit, but the main one is sugarcane farm. We are going to need a lot of sugarcane. Elytra flight is something I really want to have fun with because it has been a while since I've used an elytra from just playing in my own worlds. So, it's going to be interesting, this building design, because of the different angles that we have here. For example, we have this little jettisoning angle right here, which we could actually just turn into mud blocks. I'm trying to think of how the different angles are going to be hidden, because I really want you to just be able to walk through this place, kinda. But this is definitely going to be an interesting thing to work with here. I'm not completely sure. I kind of have an idea here for kind of a glass enclosure, but we will have to see. But the only way we're going to see is by me building this thing. So, I'm gonna start building then. Okay, I was just working on building this thing, and this is not the final design. I'm just working on doing some building right now. But this guy up here, and I checked his trades. He doesn't really have anything too crazy. And then I saw this. We never got any of these, and I actually really like the way they look, how they open and stuff. So I'm gonna go grab some emeralds. They're up in the chest up here. And I'm just gonna buy like I don't know, 8 or something. I don't know how many I can actually buy, but let's just I really like the open eye blossom. Okay, we're actually able to get 7, and that's the first time I traded with villager. As you can see, I haven't done really anything. But there's like obviously kelp, pink dye, brown dye I don't really need, and ice. Well, I don't need ice yet, buddy. So yeah, but yeah, now we have these beautiful things, which I actually really like because uh they're just really beautiful. They have a great design, probably not for this build, but possibly for future builds. We may have some of these scattered around. I really like them. But yeah, time to get back to building this thing then. Hello, and how can I take your order? Oh, sugar? Well, we just have a building installed just for you. Okay, yeah, that was really cringy, but I'm just gonna keep it in the video. Oh gosh, that actually hurt me to make. Anyways, here's the sugarcane farm. We have a little bit of sugarcane directly out here. And if you come over here, there's kind of a wall of sugarcane here that you'll be seeing from port side. The roof is not anything special, it's just very flat, but hey, it works for this. But one thing I really like is, well, we have a little bit of water here, kind of just built up. Goes into the place. Needed a little for the sugarcane, as you can see here. But the inside is really what I'm happy with. So, as you can initially see, the place is maybe a slight bit of a mess. Uh, Somebody spilled over a barrel full of sugar. Not the best, but that's fine. We have just a barrel full of sugar over here, a drying rack for the sugar cane so it can be compressed down into sugar, and over here, we actually have the filling station. So you would have a barrel down here that you would open up. You'd come up here with your sugar, pour it in, it would filter and then go down into the barrel. Now, as you can see, over here we kind of have a shelf. There's 6 barrels here, and there's 3 empty slots by the looks of it. And, well, wouldn't you know, 1, 2, and 3. That was kind of a deliberate design choice. Kind of just keep it so you can tell that there is a certain amount of barrels that can be in this facility at once. And then back here, we simply have easy access to the dock here, whether it be going up this way or going to this little dock here. We have a kind of divider wall that separates you from the other builds there. You can just see a little bit of the smoke from the chicken bar. But if you come over here, you don't really have much. It's pretty plain in all honesty. There wasn't much I could do with the wall because I have hoppers behind here, so there isn't much I can do. But I thought, well, why not just include it to keep going down like this? And just kind of have this wall here that separates you off of that landscape to keep you focused on the area over here. Just kind of cuts off your vision. But yeah, so this is kind of just a sugarcane farm factory thing. There is a sugarcane farm underneath here. It hasn't produced any yet, sadly. But it's working its magic. It'll take a while down there, but yeah. Still, it's definitely an interesting design for a build. They haven't really done anything like this before with these different shapes, especially with the irregular plots I have. It's a little annoying to deal with sometimes. But I think I did a pretty good job with the position I had. I expanded this path a bit here, but that's not too bad. And kind of just twists and winds. You can definitely see more of the bar than what I thought you'd be able to see, but with the building here, I'm not completely sure how that's gonna obscure vantage there. I think from like this angle you wouldn't be able to see it, but definitely going down here you can see a good chunk of it. And the rose is kind of just nice and inviting. But this hasn't actually taken me that much time to build this building. And I've been thinking, what else do we need here? I know one of them's a kelp farm. That's going to be going one of the plots. And in all honesty, it's probably going to be going somewhere over here. Probably this plot here, just so it's really quick and easy, and I may have a little extension there that it goes to its own private dock, kinda. But then that leaves the other 2 plots. I know one of them I probably want to do melon and pumpkin on, but those can be easily done in the same plot because they're farmed the same way. And then you simply just have one side for melon, one side for pumpkins. And I'm thinking that will probably go here. Really. Realistically, it'll probably go here. But then it leaves this plot. Do I want to farm something in it, or do I just want it to be kind of an aesthetic building? I am not completely sure. But I'll have that answer for you shortly. Okay, so I was just setting up the base here for the build, which, well, I guess it's a good time to announce it. It's going to be a lighthouse. So I was just working on, like, setting up the build base here so I could just easily start right away. And I was just dealing with some sand here so I could expand this out. And then this dropped. Floating sand. Oh my gosh, there's even more. Half the side. I need to go through and reinforce everything. Okay. Apparently half this island is floating. I do not like that. Well, that's just lovely. Okay, well, I'll see you when the build's done. And with some more work being done, we have now finished the lighthouse. I decided to go with diorite and granite to just contrast the building scheme here to show that it is very much of a different building. And also, yeah, we have working redstone lamps up there. It's not my design. The credit goes to the the Chonker 2000 over on Reddit. Amazing design. A little expensive on rails, but yeah, a really nice design. And it actually fit perfectly with the dimensions of the lighthouse. So, yeah, credit goes to the Chonker 2000 for that. But outside of it just being a lighthouse taking up that plot there, there's also a couple other things with it. You may have been able to see there. Oh, you may have been able to see the other thing too. It's also our nether portal. Because we had to get rid of our nether portal that was over here, I wasn't sure where to put it. Oh, yes, this. I did an AFK overnight session because I wanted to see if I could get more chicken. This farm is not very efficient. I just realized that. It's not very efficient. But we ended up getting this guy. I don't really have a place for him, so I just kind of slot him here and he can't get out because of hitboxes. But, yeah, so we just have a skeleton horse. He's actually pretty fast and jumps 3 blocks. He's actually a pretty good horse. But, apart from that, the tower. The tower is done. I'm happy with it. It looks really nice. And also, apart from being another portal, it also is a map room. Which, over here, this is a map of the surrounding area. I'm not sure yet on how to get rid of our dot. I don't know. I think maybe we have to lock the map. I'll do a little more research on that. But we get a bird's eye view of the area, which currently doesn't really have anything outside of our island. But you probably can see this red square here. It's a little hard to miss. But I do have plans for over here. Eventually, over here, we will have our villager stuff. Not on the main island, but over there. And then, we have this map on this side, but then we have this map wall over here, which is not done yet. Which, the reason why this is not done yet, this will be the maps for my mega base. Now, obviously, mega base is not going to be this many maps wide. Nowhere close. It's not going to be that big. That's way too big of a project. But it will be the maps for it. So, when we eventually start working on the mega base, maps will be taken and then plastered onto this wall. But, for now, that's kind of just what we have going on here. It leads us to another. It has some map art. Not map art, just maps. But yeah, this is the tower. It is really nice when it has just the light up and it just goes in a circle. Really great design and just hilarious how it fit so perfectly. I'll have a link in the description to the Reddit post. But that's basically it. We have the sugar done, which we do actually have quite a bit of sugarcane from the overnight AFK session. But really, the next stage is probably, honestly, just the melon and pumpkin farm or the kelp farm, which actually I think we'll do both in the next video. But for right now, we've gotten a lot done. We have this building, the sugarcane farm, as well as the lighthouse, which I think is a really nice design that adds depth of variety and also will kind of stick out from all the other builds. It's taller than all the builds that are going to be here, so it really stands out. But that's what we're going to call it here for this episode, and I'll see you in episode 9. Later.